Newsflash. No fucking good girls in today's society. There might be 1%, 2%, maybe being generous, 3%, 4% of women who are saving themselves for their husband for marriage. But today, women are fucking at the age of 11, 12, 13 years old. There's women by the time they're 25, they've been fucking for 10 years. And there's a book I promote from time to time by a guy named Daniel Bergner. It's called What Do Women Want? But essentially what he says is that there's a lot of things that men believe about women because they want to believe it about women, because it makes them sleep better at night. And one of those things is, well, women are born with more monogamous tendencies than men are. That's bullshit. Women like to fuck just like we do. You better believe that shit. They love to fuck. You know the female sex toy industry is $1 billion industry? You think these women are using that shit in the kitchen?
The OG of the game, Alan Roger Curry, perfectly explains modern women in the West. And that's something you should be at peace with. They're the most fun to have with, but they're not the ones to start a family or cohabitate with. If you want to start a family, become a passport bro to a traditional country and move there. They're great to practice pickup with and get some reps in because you don't want to be inexperienced once you meet the woman you want to marry. You should know the basics and know how to be competent with women. What do commenters think? Not one single lie told on this one. At least most males today can spot the truth and know that there's no honor to defend with today's modern women, because it's been screwed out of them. Another person stated, "Give this man a show and a book deal, ASAP." Too bad Alan Roger Curry passed away. He was definitely one of the original to shatter the myth that you should be romantic with modern women. Being romantic only works with virgin women and if your wife and girlfriend has earned it. Otherwise, it'll reduce their attraction towards you and they'll think of you as a simp. Another comment. Promiscuous women can't pair bond. We need a great reset. And that's true. These women can't settle down because they'll always be the most excited by a new guy. They're addicted to the honeymoon phase of the relationship. So don't try to tame a wild animal. Most strict Christian men and women save themselves. One of the many reasons I'm proud to be one. As long as both Christians are the same age, because there are plenty of single mothers who turn to the church to try to sucker a good Christian man to take care of her kids. And most churches have been compromised and will accept Jezebels when they aren't supposed to be banned.
So I called my mom and she didn't pick up, but she texted me this. "Hey baby girl, saw that you called today. My phone has been off since I'm at a women's conference for a few days, so any emergencies, call your dad." Just to give you a little bit of background, my mom is Puerto Rican, and this is so unusual because she calls me 10 times a day and she never, ignores my phone call, texts me after I call her. Yeah, right, that's not, doesn't happen. So I say, "What do you mean women's conference? What's that? Who kidnapped you?" Understandably, what's going on? So she says, "LOL, church related, last minute from a friend teacher who had an extra ticket because someone bailed, going back in now." I'm like, okay, church thing. So I just say, okay, see you. All right, so the night goes by and I'm just like, I don't really know. That's still kind of weird. She didn't call me back. Okay. So I text her again. I say, okay, enough is enough. There is no conference for God that you wake up in church and fall asleep in church with no lunch break. You have 8 hours to call me. I ain't playing with you. Because I'm not. Also, at this point, I'm super concerned because my parents never separate for more than 24 hours. And I knew my dad was at home and my mom is not there. And I'm what is going on? So before she called me back, I called my dad and I was like, "Hey dad, what's going on? What are you doing?" Being all nonchalant and everything. And I was like, "Where's mom?" Did I mention that they do not separate for more than an hour at most? Anyway, he's like, "I don't know, but I hope, she just comes back to me. I messed up. And I'm like, oh shit, my dad cheated on my mom. Fuck. Nothing like that happened. He made her upset by like not kissing her goodbye. And so she's decided to go on some church retreat and ignore him. And I thought games like would end after 30 maybe. Yo, those fools are 60! I don't think I should get married.
This is a tactic a lot of modern women use. When they plan or want to cheat, they'll use any slight disagreement or infraction to get outraged over, so they can blow off steam while blowing someone else. The fact that she was outraged that he didn't kiss her goodbye, and the mother is supposed to be Christian, is that what Jesus teaches? Tell wives to ghost the husband or he forgets to kiss her. If your wife or girlfriend leaves your side for longer than 3 hours without a real explanation, you need to assume the worst and find someone else, because the first couple of times may be a way to condition you to get used to her being gone. Then she'll quickly cheat with someone. What do the commenters say? My son's girlfriend is Puerto Rican. We went camping over the summer and she forgot to call her mom that morning and her mom showed up where we were. And that's how a lot of traditional cultures are with their daughters, which is good. The more they check in on their daughter, the higher chance she will lose her virginity. But when they move to America or a Western country and is surrounded by feminism, they'll slowly become non-traditional. LMAO. Church retreats usually don't let you use your phone so you can focus. It's super awesome. I miss going to those. Majority of women at church are as godly as atheists. They go to church after going out Saturday night to a club. A lot of these pastors are also wolves in sheep's clothing and have affairs with the women in the church. Unless there's real nuns at the church retreat, anything can happen.
What really changed my income was definitely only
What kind of bag are we talking about here?
millions.
Wow.
Damn it.
Damn it. When did you reach your first million?
First 5 months. I had a dinner with my parents. I showed them what I was posting, but this is the income. My stepdad was like, keep doing this shit.
That's my
You can
guy.
retire in 3 years if you do this. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, he was like, I've never seen this income in my life.
That's life-changing money. And all a chick has to do is get out of bed and take off her clothes, while a guy has to actually achieve something hard to make millions, like build a business which takes at least a decade to make millions or learn a very specialized skill. But even then, mostly athletes and CEOs make $1 million per year, not even engineers or coders. The parents are encouraging their daughter to be a professional degenerate is all you need to know about today's modern women. She's selling her soul for a short-term lifestyle, but when she can't make that money anymore or decides that she wants a family, no man that she respects would want to start a family with her. She's gonna die alone raising the neighborhood stray cats. The top comment said, "Stepdad was #1 subscriber." That's disturbing. And the fact that this person has no problems with that might be more. Joining OnlyFans might be a symptom of being violated by a stepfather, as kids are more likely to do so being raised by a single mom. Someone replied to that comment, "Stepdad applied to become a cameraman. The degeneracy is on a new level." Another replied, "Stepdad was in the pics." Single moms who divorce for frivolous reasons like just to get child support, this is the outcome of their selfishness. She showed them what she was posting. Interesting. Either they didn't care or she just posted photos that are a little too risky for IG. Basically, simps allowed themselves to get scammed when they could have gotten a better deal doing a Google search. But that's the trick with OnlyFans. People have to pay extra to see the private content in their DMs. So, her regular pics on OnlyFans could have been IG-friendly photos. Don't blame her. Blame the people who buy it and give her the fame. And true as well. These thoughts would be nothing without the simps, and hopefully this content can wake them up. The shaming of simps is one of the best public services men can do.
Don't be like that. Be like this, yeah. Hey, his friends and his dad hate me. I broke his little heart, he a crybaby. If I
This thought looks like she's in her early 20s and has already slept with over 150 men. Towards the end it says yacht, which means it's either an athlete or some old hairy crusty guy. She did it at a music video, which means she probably got the part through the casting couch. Bunch of her lays were from Tinder, which is Chad's and Tyrone's hookup app, which is a relationship app for everyone else. She even did it with someone at church. As I said, church is not sacred anymore. She did someone's dad and a bunch of her friends' friends. This chick can't be trusted anywhere and is gonna definitely end up alone. Top comment said, "Find God. It's too late. There's no coming back from this." A simp commented, "I'm trying to be 151. Definitely not worth the effort and a possible STD. Someone replied to the comment, "What's left of it though? Obviously nothing worth having." A guy commented, "Bro, I don't even know 150 people. It's safe to say a good amount of these people are strangers she met on the first night, because many of the locations are trips to New York or a pool party. Lots of it is also off of IG. Women can have their IG privates with very little followers, and doesn't mean people can't still message her or the other way around." Another comment, "Retirement home? Yeah, she even did it in a retirement home. Those standards are lower than most simps if she really did it with someone who didn't have teeth." No surprise, a thought commented, "I'm honestly just impressed." Even the official Tinder app commented on her post, "Happy to be the 102% of this list." Yes, I did the math. Another commenter said, "Chess club? Church? Eiffel Tower? Women can get it anywhere, and the more they have sex, the more it has to have some type of risk for them to climax." The only difference between this thought and most modern women is that she had no shame telling the truth if 150 is the real body count. Many women, especially those good girls, can rack up an even higher body count and you'd never know it. There's psychopaths who can do the dirty deeds and act like nothing happened moments after. This is why the MGTOW and passport bro movement is growing, because men are sick of getting road worn and used up women.
This is part 2 of me telling the third guy that I wanted to be intimate with that I've got herpes. So I told him, and he was like, "Okay, well, we can't have sex." And I was like, "Okay," but then I was like, wait, it's really common. I know it seems a little crazy, and I just started spitting all these like statistics at this poor guy. But then he was like, "No, well, I have Crohn's disease, and I just don't really know, like, I'm on immune system suppressants, and yada, yada, yada. I just don't think it'd be a good idea. But also, both of my parents have herpes, so I know how common it is. Like, don't worry." And that was something I wasn't expecting to hear, but it made me feel a lot better. But then we kind of like still like made out and like cuddled and touched and stuff, and he still made me feel very, very sexy afterwards, and we don't talk anymore, but it was still an overall pretty decent experience.
Who's shocked that this feminist looking chick has herpes? At least she's honest and upfront about it. But how many rejections is it gonna take till she decides to forget to tell a guy she's interested in? Which should be a crime. Knowingly spreading STDs should be a felony at the least, with some prison time, as herpes aren't curable. People have that shit forever. And of course a simp decides to risk his personal health to make this doorknob feel better. If she has herpes, just leave. One night is not worth being infected for the rest of your life. The top comment said, "I feel like there should be a dating site for the people who have stuff like this. Would it be easier to date someone else who has it? Good idea if it keeps those people out of the dating pool." The second top commenter said, "I have herpes too. Whoever I got it from never told me. I'm hella lucky my husband is supportive and he got it from me and didn't leave or get mad." So she ruined her life and still managed to get a simp to marry her. Or she STD trapped a guy, just like many women baby trap men. The guy after getting it probably had no other choice but to marry her, because it's much harder for a guy with an STD to get laid than a woman. Another commenter said, "I got HSV1 for my ex because he was cheating on me, and it was definitely stressful at first, but now I'm pretty okay with it and I don't really get." Of course, Chad will most likely get it because he's able to get a lot of the women. This is one of the many downfalls of dating a Chad or Tyrone. Another chick commented, "Thanks for sharing. I have HPV, the warts type, with symptoms, and I am very open about it to guys. Whether they want to continue is up to them. For the most part, women would have to sleep with a lot of guys to statistically get an STD." A thought asked, "I know someone who has it but doesn't disclose it to people she hooks up with because she stopped the outbreaks with medication. Is that bad?" It is bad, because people can still get the STD when there's no outbreak. And who knows that's even true? Women have no problem lying if it benefits them. A response to that comment: it's spread by skin-to-skin contact, so if someone has a sore on an area that isn't covered by protection and that area touches the other person's skin. The first partner I disclosed it to researched it and does everything he can to help me avoid outbreaks and also keeps him safe. I love him so much. No woman is worth ruining your life over. Move on if she has anything that can spread. Make sure you get an STD test from someone you think about hooking up with. You can even ask just to gauge their response, because if they have a big problem with it, then you know they have something. Even though he won, the damage is still done. That's a good amount of his time wasted trying to defend himself. Because if he went to prison, he could seriously get hurt or killed over that false accusation. This guy's lucky because most men aren't able to beat false allegations. A commenter said, "Same thing happened to my brother. He lost all of his friends, but my family fought for him. Come to find out, she lied." With these type of accusations, please give the guy the benefit of the doubt and at least let the legal process do its course before believing the accusation. Another person said, "And this is why we don't cancel either gender for accusations until there is evidence that proves them guilty. No one should have to endure this." That's the truth. For any accusation as serious as this, both people should disappear until this is resolved in the courts. Then people should find out after the verdict. Another commenter stated, "And she gets to walk away with no punishment. Until false accusations get the same punishment as the guy who they wrongfully accuse, this is the ace up every woman's sleeve who wants revenge on their ex or current boyfriend."
Okay, so if you're curious, I get comments like that like all the freaking time, and it's just like, I don't think it's worth it. Like, to be honest, there's no really way to prove she lied. That makes sense. There's no way you can prove it that someone lied, unless I had like a video of her saying, "Oh yeah, those accusations I made against you were false." Like, if I don't have that, I don't really see how I'd be able to press any charges. But honestly, I'm just glad it's over. Like, I don't even go to the same college anymore. And I just want to, like, well, chill now, like, because going through the process of it, it's very, very annoying and stressing. So I'd rather just avoid it.
And this survivor, even though he's probably extremely worn out, needs to go on the offensive or he's incentivizing someone else to get falsely accused in the future. This is why things like this continue. Men who have been wronged, especially with serious allegations like this, need to make it their life's mission to get justice. Also, how ironic is it that he needs definite proof or burden to sue her or press any charges, but all she needed was her word to take him to court and ruin his life? The top comment said, "Press charges. If you don't, she'll ruin other people's lives too." Someone asked, "Did she just accuse you and it was all made up? Or did she thought it was you, but actually it was somebody else and she didn't know?" And he responded, "It was all made up." The fact that he won probably did mean the whole thing had no basis. He may not ever have touched the woman and his life got ruined. I don't think a lot of y'all understand how much harder it is for men to get justice. Women barely do as is, and it's even less likely to happen with men. And that's true. The gynocentric world we live in screws men at every turn. So that's why you should be mindful when dealing with this modern women, that you're going into a landmine field. If this doesn't tell you the juice isn't worth the squeeze, nothing will. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.